do we have sound?
Now can you hear me now?
They had it. They had their stuff turned all the way up.
Come on.
And then
Oh, sorry, baby. You just had to jump. Did you hear that?
He's a win.
These dogs are wild today. Of course, Daisy did not get her pill because now she's back to not wanting cake, not wanting frosting, not wanting peanut butter and jelly. She's just too smart. So they are wild. So I'm going to give him a little snuggle, let him be on camera. And I pinched him a little bit when I was lifting him up, and he didn't like it. He's a big baby anyway. He has anticipatory squeals. He feels pain coming, and he will squeal. Yes, Daisy. Yes, Daisy, I see you.
We can hear you now.
Okay.
We're getting lots of.
Okay. Sorry for that. Let's just pretend we are just starting.
I'll have to edit most of this out for the YouTube video.
Yeah, so welcome. Again, I'm Robin. Bill was the arm you saw in the scene, getting us some sound. And we're Raincross Farms Makery, and we are here to craft, and that's what we're going to do. So let's see.
I hope it looks like we're still going. The dogs pulled the wire out again as they walked by our internet connection.
We're going to have to get a child-proof gate back there, or just not have them down here.
If you look at the table in front of where it says love and follow and share, you can see how bright everything is. Uh-oh, you just moved me.
I know.
We put in some new lights so that this looks better, and you can see the shadows and everything else. So we're working on that and doing all the electrical today.
Somebody messed with my table.
Somebody messed with your table.
And now the legs aren't locked, so it's gonna move. We're just a hot mess tonight, and that's okay. Because sometimes everybody needs time to be a hot mess.
And it says we are okay.
Okay, you know what to do. Love our page, love our video, follow us on Raincross Farms Makery, and share out our video to your friends, your family, your enemies, your craft groups, anybody that you can share to. We would certainly appreciate it. That sends a message to Facebook that we are popular and that people are seeing what they like and they want to share it with their friends, and Facebook looks kindly on that.
So we're pretending that we're popular.
Hey, Joanne, welcome. Okay.
Pretending that we're popular, and all right.
We all have to deal with stuff. Some of us. Sorry. Sorry. Am I?
Go for it. No, you're fine. Just go.
Anyway, the last couple of days we've been working with a transfer called Life in Full Bloom, and it comes with these 6 different designs. Hey, bud. Oh, that is really bright.
It is.
We're going to have to work on it. Okay, so it says, hey, bud. One says, let's get buzzin'. Buzzin'. This one just says,
there you go. Just tilt.
Hello, with a wreath. A little pretty rose. Welcome spring. We just did that yesterday. That is somewhere behind me over there. Welcome spring with another rose. And we're going to do 2 of them tonight. We are going to do grow with some little floral accents here. And we are going to do live life in full bloom. And what I thought we'd do, we've done them on signs. So I thought, I'm showing you the different ways you can use this single transfer. There's 6 different designs and multiple ways you can use it. So we are going to put it on some plant pots.
Pot plants.
Okay, because everybody, well, not everybody. Some people can grow house plants. Some people not so much, but you can, even if you can't grow things, you can use them as decorations. These I got at the Dollar Tree. So they're just plastic. And they were $1 or $1.25, depending on whether I got them in Washington or Idaho. And they come in a bunch of colors, but I picked a white one and a black one. And I thought I'm going to use the white one because that's kind of more springy colors. And then I also have a terracotta pot that I have. So it's clay. Oh, what is that?
Oh, I'm trying to make it work.
I'm in the dark here.
You're in the dark.
Pardon us. We're just, like I said, Hot Mess Express. Okay, so we're going to do one of our transfers on this. So let's get started with our plastic one. Now, I don't have to do anything with the plastic, but I do want to make sure it's really clean and there's not any oils or dirts. Okay, so I'm just going to take, what are these? Clorox wipe type thing and a material wipe. And I'm not quite sure where I'm going to chalk this, but I'm just going all around with the wipe just to make sure there's no oils or anything. And I'm not going to wax it because I don't think that would work. The wax kind of needs something that it can absorb into, and it's not going to absorb into this. So we are going to use paste on our plastic pot. And actually, you know what I'm going to do?
What are you going to do? Tell me.
It's kind of flimsy to use. So I'm going to take this black one. And I'm just going to stick it inside here to kind of reinforce that while we chalk on it. Okay, so I've got that good and clean. And I think I'm going to do Live Life in Full Bloom on this one. And as you can see, it's a little bit longer than this pot. So, or you can't see. Is that, you know what? Let me see what you can see.
You know what? I am.
Are we losing people?
We had some major, see the red?
Okay.
We had some major dropout, and I don't know why. I'm checking everything.
Hey, Tracy, welcome. Welcome to our Hot Mess Express. We're kind of having some technical things, and you know all about that, don't you? Okay, so this is kind of too big for this little section, so I'm going to just chalk Live Life in Full Bloom, and then on the back, I'm going to just do the flower. Okay, so I think it will look really cute. So I am going to get my fuzzing mat, my fuzzing towel, because this is smooth and this is very sticky, so I don't want it to stick so hard that I have trouble lifting it at the end, or if I stretch it or distort it. I don't want to do that. Show has gone away. Are we back? Are we back, Linda?
Well,
See there? Okay, see now, tonight we have two Lindas.
I'm sorry?
Tonight we have two Lindas. You were talking about,
Yeah.
about, we only had one Linda last time. Now we have two.
My video on my phone is coming through Facebook.
Okay.
But you can see all the red over there.
Yep.
I don't know what was going on there because it wasn't our internet.
Okay, so we need you to comment so we know if you can
Yeah.
see us and hear us.
Or if we missed
Hey,
something.
Patricia. Okay,
It's
Linda
'cause it's
says
on again.
Okay,
Yay.
it's on again. Okay. So I am fuzzing this because I want to lighten up the stickiness. Our transfers are self-adhesive, reusable. We can reuse these guaranteed 10 to 12 times. And I know. Okay, what? Why can't I lock that? I'm sorry. That lock.
Well, there you go.
Okay, that one's locked. Whatever. I'm sorry, hi, Rosie.
Yeah, we're still close.
We're really a little more professional. I think.
Hey, this just means
Okay.
it's fun, okay? We're having
fun. We're having fun. We'll probably have 1 million viewers because we're not at our best.
Join
Okay.
us on our craziness here.
Okay, so I fuzz this so it's a little less sticky. And again, I'm not going to chalk the flowers, so I don't care if that hangs off. But I am going to chalk the words. So I've got that on. I think it's pretty straight. Again, it's a curved surface on, so. But one good thing about our transfers is they're flexible. They'll go around a curved surface. They're adhesive, so they'll adhere to that curved surface. And I've got that pushed down. I think I have any air bubbles out of there. And I'm going to use paste on this. Our paste is semi-permanent, so when it's dry, it's smudge and budge proof. If I wanted to take it off, I could get it wet and scrape it off, and depending on if it's stained, I would be able to remove it. However, so that's also a caution, because if you use this as a planter, it's likely to get wet, so I've got an idea for you. I am going to do this in, what is this? Raspberry Sorbet. So that is a really pretty deep rose, raspberry rose pink. Okay? And again, I'm not going to do the flowers. So I'm going to get my squeegee and I'm going to get my paste. This is Chalkology paste, so it's chalk in paste form. And I'm going to just start.
Rosie's with us. Hi, Rosie.
I think I said hi. I said hi to Rosie.
Liana says they can see and hear us.
Good.
How exciting. You're doing it live and you can actually be
It's a
heard and seen.
twofer. So I am taking my paste and I'm just dragging it across that transfer, across that silk screen. And that is laying the design down on the surface below. Again, I'm avoiding those flowers on purpose.
Yes, that is a pretty color, Linda.
It is.
That
It
is
is.
One of my favorites that she uses. It's really close to a true magenta, although it's more on the
It's-
fuchsia side of things. But
It's kind of a raspberry. Okay, so I've got it covered. I am just scraping off my excess. And because I can put that back in my jar, I'm probably going to use this color on the flowers. But now I'm going to check my fingers, and now I'm going to do our peel and reveal and squeal. Okay, now it's sticking really tight because I wasn't able to wax this surface, but it's coming up.
oh my goodness.
Woohoo, look at that. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay, let me get my mat out. Okay, and I'm gonna wash this up. I could just lay that bottom part down, but I'm gonna wash that up. I'm quickly going to give this a quick dry so I don't smudge it. It has nothing to absorb into, so it will be a little more prone to scratching. So you're going to want to, you're going to want to put it someplace where it's not going to get a lot of abuse or a lot of touching, unless what I thought would help to keep it a little more waterproof, because again, our paste is not waterproof. The water will rehydrate it and it will come off if you get it too wet. What I thought you could do is take some clear spray paint, and when this is completely dry, do a couple of really light coats of the clear spray paint. That would protect it. Again, because there's no wood for it to soak into, it's just drying on top of that plastic. So it might be kind of easier to scrape it off. Not that you want to, you don't want to do that. But if you treated it with a couple of coats of clear spray paint, I am certain that would increase its durability by a lot. So let me clean this up so that I can use this bottom part. So I've got this sprayed, and I'm going to start with either a paper towel, or this is kind of like a reusable paper towel. It's got something on it. It's it's called a Swedish dishcloth, and they're meant to be reusable. It's just kind of like a towel, and I'm using it, but I don't throw it away like I would a paper towel. And that, when you're crafting, that can get kind of wasteful if you're going through a whole lot of paper towels. So I'm just taking that initial layer of paste off, and then next I'm getting my board eraser, which is like a magic eraser, but no chemicals. And I'm getting it damp and squeezing it out, and I'm just using it to get the rest of that paste off of the front and off of the back. And I'm also removing as much of that fuzz as I can that I put on. Ordinarily, if I was done with this, I'd tell you to let it air dry and then put the backer back on, but we're gonna use the floral part again. So I'm just taking a paper towel, and while this is wet, just drying it off so I can use it again quickly.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Watch out.
He's just not staying behind the curtain. Okay, so that is mostly dry. I'm going to kind of flap it around so it air dries. And when it's dry, it becomes sticky again. So I'm going to go back to fuzzing it.
Linda says, nice thing about chalk paste, it's not toxic or harmful if a kitty happens to lick it.
That's true,
Didn't
or
like
your
the
children.
taste, but I didn't have to worry about it.
No, it's honestly, I haven't tasted it, but it is non-toxic, all natural ingredients. Kids can use it. I've seen a lot of chalk type pastes in craft stores, and one of the warnings on it is that it shouldn't be used by children or something. We don't have that warning because our stuff is perfectly safe. So you can put your kids' handprints, you can chalk your kids' handprints. I'm going to make sure this is really dry. Okay.
British kitty did not like it.
Okay, I think that's dry. And I'm going to just flop it over here. I'm putting it on a towel so it doesn't scratch. Again, I really think it needs a coat of spray. And I'm going to center this and ignore the words. And I will chalk just the flowers on the back. That looks a little crooked. Not that it will really matter.
So the idea is you're just using the flowers.
I'm just
on
using
that
the
side.
flowers because the whole thing didn't fit. So you can use bits and pieces here and there. You don't have to use the entire thing. You could just use the flowers on something small, a gift tag or something.
For some reason, that was a hard thing for my students to latch on to, that they didn't have to use a whole piece of artwork.
Okay, and for this, I'm going to use my multi-tool. It is, let me show you. Here's our squeegees. This is called a small squeegee. And this is what we call a mini squeegee. It's about an inch wide. Now I could chop this in half, which I have done, and then I just have a little smaller squeegee. And that's about the same size as this. And this is a tool that you can use to stir your paint. Your paste. This gets right inside the groove of your jar, which is a really great thing. But it's also got like a mini squeegee on this end. And what I like about this is I can kind of use it as a pencil, where this I kind of have to be down here. So this can give you a little bit more control. Maybe if you have any arthritis going on, or hand-eye coordination, or you're just old like me, maybe having the longer handle might be the answer for you to help you a little bit with this. So I am going to start with, I'm not going to use ink. Okay, I've got paste. This is pesto. It's kind of an avocado green. I could use meadow, which is kind of a Christmas green, but I don't know, it's kind of a Christmas green. So I'm just giving this a stir because I haven't used it in a bit. So I'm stirring that up, and I'm going to start with.
Waiting for live signal. It's in slow motion.
Slow motion. Oh, maybe.
it's got to be the flow from Facebook because
You might try leaving and then coming back in again and seeing if that clears it up.
yeah, there's some latency issues.
Unless everybody's having that same problem. Okay, I'm going to start with the outsides, and I'm just going to do the leaves in the green. And this paste is a little thin also, so I might need to leave it out. And I just got it all over my hand.
Kay says she sees it fine.
Okay, good.
So maybe it's
Hey,
not
Kay.
everybody.
I didn't see you pop on.
I know we are having a few issues tonight beyond us.
Beyond us,
Beyond
yes. We've
us.
had our own issues.
Right now, it looks like, and you guys tell me what you see, but it looks really bright on her table and looks dark in the background, which is not necessarily bad, but I would like it brighter.
But we'll work on it.
And I think what I can do is just, like I turned off the light in the center. That seemed to help. Kay says hello.
Hello, Kay.
I'm thinking that I need to probably tone those lights, the flood lamps I put in down. Those are 50 watt. I probably need to go down. Maybe I could put a dimmer on that. That might be a thing.
Okay, so I made a hot mess. I think it's because I stirred up my paste first, and that kind of got it in deep. So let me clean this off. And I'm just using a baby wipe to clean that off. No good comes of having paste everywhere. So if you have paste everywhere, don't try to work through it, because you're just going to make a mess. Take the time, stop, clean up. Okay, that away, and I don't know if I'm done with that. Okay, so this is kind of drying, so I'm going to do paste and pull. So I'm going to pull up where I've already pasted because I don't want that to dry in the screen, and that way it will release it from the screen. Perfect dry. Okay, lightly lay it back down. I'm not going to push it down. And then I'm going to pull up this side. Same thing. You kind of get a sneaky peeky there. Dry it.
Really nice color on that one.
And again, these are just Dollar Tree planter pots. You can get planter pots anywhere, but just so you know, my Dollar Tree has them. They're getting out a lot of their spring stuff. So I'm going to lay this back down, and I'm not going to push down where I just pasted, but I'm going to push down where I still need to paste.
So we lost it again. It's okay. It's going to be what it is.
And I think, you know what, I'm just going to do them all in pink. Sound good to you?
I like it.
Okay, I'm just going to do them all in pink. I could do them in all different colors, but let's just do pink. Pretty in pink, right? Somebody listed that as one of the movies. I put out a question the other day. Name a movie with a color in it. And Pretty in Pink came up. I always liked that movie because she sewed her own dress.
Is that why?
Mm-hmm. I bet it's the right movie, right? It's where she went to the prom and her dad couldn't afford a dress, and so he got one from a thrift store or something, and she didn't really like it, but she loved her dad, and so she hugged him and thanked him, and then she went into her room and remade it.
Do you know who you're talking to? You're not talking to me, are you?
No.
Because do I look like the guy who loves Pretty in Pink?
No. You would for me.
I would for you.
But
I do a lot of things for you.
I'm probably not talking to you then, am I? Okay, so let's peel this up. Woohoo, there we go. Pretty and pink. And let's dry it. Okay, we got crickets out there again. Are we still on?
We're still on.
Okay. No Pretty and Pink fans, no Molly Ringwald fans.
It says there are 10 people watching.
Yep, we just lost one. Bye-bye. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm sure it was an emergency.
We're not taking rolls.
Okay, so there we have, one side says live life in full bloom. The other side is that pretty flowers and leaves. Looks good. I did this with paste. So if I later decide I don't like it, or if I want to change it up for the seasons, I don't have to.
Linda says, still here. Sorry, hubby was jabbering at me.
I'm not going to touch that. I am not going to touch that comment.
Kay said she loves that movie.
Okay, good.
Uh-oh. What did you put in the messenger to...
I love that movie. I don't know. You won the
I bet the word love.
Was it love?
Something popped up. Love.
I don't know. You have to tell me what your message says, Kay, because you apparently
You got the magic word tonight.
you picked a magic word. Chat Fuel is sending you a message,
What
some
is
sort of
What is the
info.
magic word tonight? Bloom?
The magic word tonight is
Pot.
full bloom.
Full bloom.
Because we are using the full bloom transfers, and I believe that paste kit that I talked about a couple of days ago is, at least yesterday, it was back in stock, so it should pop up on the cart link if you click on that. If it's out of stock, it will tell you it's no longer available. Okay, but go in, pick your own paste color. We had restocked a lot of our paste packets. This is a paste packet. So it's a smaller quantity of paste than the big jar, and it's quite a bit less expensive. So you're able to try a variety of different colors for a more affordable price. So if you are interested in that bundle, click on that cart link that it sends you and pick and choose. Use it like your shopping cart. Add things, take things out, however, whatever. Okay, so we're done with this for now. And again, I did say, if you just put this outside and you watered it with the hose, before you know it, this is going to kind of soften up and kind of fade away over time. So I would spray it with a clear coat, a clear
Yeah,
craze.
give it a couple.
Yeah,
couple
really light coats, because too much of this will rehydrate this. So you want just a couple of really light coats to cover that up and kind of give it a little bit of waterprooficity. That's my new word, waterprooficity.
Wow.
Okay. Fun with word endings. I bet Kay gets that because she's a homeschool mom, so she understands. I wasn't a homeschool mom because I wanted my children to live.
They wouldn't have lived
And I
long.
don't know that they would have if I had been their teacher. Okay, we're going to come back to this. Now we are going to do this clay pot. And I thought, well, I mean, clay pots are kind of like the classic planter. And I thought, well, I don't know how the paste would work on that. It would absorb. And I thought, this is clay. They baked this in an oven to make this. Let's use ink on it. Duh. So I am going to, because of this surface, I'm not sure how it will work, but I'm going to ink a design on here, and then I'm going to heat set it in my oven. So I will tell you how we will heat set it, but for right now, let's get started on this. This is quite the angled surface. So in order to put this down, it's going to be funky. So I'm going to actually do something that I am not particularly wanting to do, but it's doable. It's not going to kill me, but it's going to hurt. I'm gonna trim this.
Oh no.
And it's perfectly fine. I just want that excess. I will survive. I may shed a tear later tonight, but I won't do that in front of you. But that kind of gives me a little more, because of this lip and because of this curve, it fits better on here now. Now I do have this little, I don't know, I think I touched it with black paint here. So that's going to be the back. So I'm taking this, and I don't think waxing it would be a good idea because it needs to bond to this surface. And so I am going to fuzz this really well. And we are going to ink it good. Okay. So Pretty in Pink is nice. One of your movies too. Okay, so it's Friday. Is everybody ready for the weekend? 3-day weekend maybe? So that means no mail on Monday. That means my packet of the new catalog that is supposed to have been shipped today is going to be an extra day. Well, that's a bummer. That's sad. So hopefully you have all seen the new catalog. If you're a club member, you should have or will very soon be getting one with your club transfer.
And it said no, hubby's home.
Uh-oh. So hopefully you have seen the new catalog. It's amazing. There's wonderful, beautiful, gorgeous things in there. If you haven't seen it, you can, if you type in catalog, that will send you a link to the online catalog, which is also amazing. You can actually shop straight from the catalog.
Oh, Cheryl said she got happy mail today.
Click on, oh good. Click on, in the online catalog, you click on a project that you see, and it will pop up with the transfer and tell you all about it, its price, its size, and add to cart. Okay, so this is, make sure that is laying flat.
Linda said, loving the catalog, and then she got the magic word. So I'm pretty sure the word is love.
Well, it's not tonight's, so
word, but
I'll have to go in and, no, she said catalog. Oh no, happy. She said catalog? What did she say? Loving the catalog? Catalog is a word.
Catalog is a word?
Catalog is a keyword.
Well, you know
catalog.
what?
So anyway.
There you go.
Put it.
You guys get it that if you get mail you don't want,
ignore it.
Ignore it.
Yeah. Okay, so anyway, if you would like, if you are not a club member, which you should become a club member, we'll talk about that. But if you would like to get a catalog, I am having a mystery catalog bundle sale. Can't tell you the prices on my business page, but you can go to my VIP group and you can see the different prices. But mystery catalog bundles, you can pick from 2 different sizes. You can get a free catalog and 2 mystery A size transfers. So the mystery is you don't know which transfers you're getting. You're just picking the size and you're letting me pick the transfers for you. They'll be from the new set. And so if you pick the A size bundle, you'll get 2 A size transfers, a free catalog, and you will get a scratcher ticket, which will have a very special deal for you. Or you could get the B size catalog bundle. So you will get 2 mystery B size transfers. These are 8.5 by 11. The mystery will be what the transfers are. I will pick those and you're just picking the size. So you get 2 B size transfers, free catalog, and a scratcher ticket. So if you're interested in that, go over to my VIP group and look for that deal. You can also just order a catalog too. That's great. That's if you want to have a paper copy in your hand. So let's get back to inking. Okay, let me put my paste away.
What are those raffle ticket? No, scratch and what are those things?
They're just little cards that have a special deal I am not at liberty to say on my on my business page, but they might be a discount, or they might be a freebie, or they might be something special for you.
Might be an 8x10 picture of me.
It could be. You never know. It could be one of our chickens. We could send you a chicken.
Send you a chicken.
Send you a chicken. Okay, so I think I'm going to do, okay, so there's leaves and grow and flowers. And I'm not thinking that pink will show up really, really well. Do I have an ink?
I think you need some high contrast.
Do I want to do yellow ink for the flowers?
Might look nice outside.
Okay, so we'll do
Bumblebee.
Bumblebee. Okay, so these are ink. This is our permanent form, and that keeps flipping around. So I'm going to put it on this. I don't know if you can see with the angle. Okay, so I've got that laid down pretty smoothly, and I'm going to start from the inside out. I have a little extra time with ink because it doesn't dry nearly as fast, so I don't have to do that paste and peel. So this is our ink, Chalkology ink, and it is meant to be permanent, but it does need to be heat set. So either an iron if you're doing it on a textile, or the oven if you're doing it on glass or metal or china or a pot, a clay pot.
We lost a chunk again.
Did I chunk
Let's
of?
see.
Okay, so I'm using white because I think that'll be a good contrast.
Yep, I think so.
So again, I'm just dragging this over the screen. I have way too much, so I'm going to take off my excess, put it back in my jar. Now, I'm not going to use, I guess I could do an iron, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat set this in my oven. And to do that, I'm going to put it in a cool oven, like on a cookie sheet or something. Cold oven. Then I'm going to turn it up to 350 and wait until it gets up to 350 degrees. And then I'm going to start the timer for 45 minutes. And then I'm going to leave it in the oven. I'm going to turn off the oven, and I'm going to leave it in there until the oven is cold again. So from cold to cold, and in the middle, 45 minutes at 350 degrees. And that will heat set it. And that will make it permanent. So I've never done it with a terracotta or clay pot. So I will let you know. I will heat set it. I don't know if I'll do it tonight because I do need to, one other thing, you do need to make sure your ink is dry before you do that. If it's not dry, it will melt and run off. So you want to make sure your ink is dry before you try to heat set it. So I'm getting those little leaves.
Probably going to have you completely go over that one more time because we had some major dippage in the.
No. How much of that did you miss?
Well, it was
on
my phone. It was sketchy. It was in and out.
Well, Kay, you better be nice to me, or I will send you a chicken.
And Linda, outside cats like chickens, but you get the right chicken, and cats will leave it alone because the chicken will eat it.
Yeah, our cats do not bother the chickens.
Will not bother the chicken.
Okay, so now I'm just using some Bumblebee yellow. That was pesto, but it was ink this time. And so I will let this dry, and I will probably heat set it in the morning. So probably by our live tomorrow night, it should be ready. So if I forget, you need to ask me. And I will show you the finished product. Okay, I've got all that off. And I'm going to peel it, and he just left, so he can't see the overhead shot. How dare he just leave? Does he think he's on break? Okay, so, ooh, pretty, pretty. Oh, I like that. Oh, I sure hope that heat sets really well. Okay, so, can you see it? Can you see it? There's the flowers and the
What are you gonna
leaves.
do?
Yeah, you need to give me the overhead shot because
All
this
right, here I come.
nobody can see
Here I
this.
come. I'm trying to do stuff for
I
you.
know you're always trying to do stuff for me.
There you go.
Okay, so there we
That
go.
looks awesome.
So they don't smear. I just got it on my finger, so don't touch. Okay, so can you see that green? The green kind of is subtle because that terracotta color is pretty strong, but up close you can see it. Okay, so
I think that looks awesome.
yay, let me clean up.
When's your cleanup? You want this over or up? Because I got to go upstairs again. I'm going to put it on your face. Everybody wants to see your face.
Whatever. Okay, so one thing about ink, make sure you don't have it on your hands, because if you have it on your hands and then you get it on your blouse, you're going to have it stain your shirt. Okay, it will stain even though it's not heat set. It might not, you might be able to get it off, but you might not get all the color out. So you want to keep your hands clean when you're working with ink. So that we are going to set that aside, and I'm going to show you. I've already shown you how to clean a transfer, so I'm not going to do that again, but I am going to spray these so that paste stays damp and not dry in the screen, because that will make my cleaning easier if the paste is still wet. Okay, so let's see what this will look like. I'm going to use, okay, so I'm not going to actually put dirt and real plants in here. I'm going to use some styrofoam. We're going to do some fake flowers just to kind of give you the idea. Okay. So I have this styrofoam that I got from where else? Dollar Tree. I'm just going to shove it down in there. Good enough. Good enough for now. Okay, and I think I will use those. I want to use these or the yellow. I think I'll use these. Okay, so these are, oh, maybe I used both. Okay, these are from the Dollar Tree. These are daisies, purple daisies. Take those. And I think maybe I'll use some of these too. These are Narcissus. Okay. They kind of look like daffodils. Sorry, I've got sticky on my hand. Okay, and I need...
Our daffodils are already coming up.
No,
So
it
warm.
means it's going to be spring soon. Okay, so
Too early.
I'm going to cut a little bit of this off. I'm using wire cutters and not my good scissors. And that in there. So we're pretending that we're growing these. So it's not going to look like a flower arrangement so much as a potted plant, but you can do whatever. Okay. Shove that in there. Okay. Does that need more? Needs more. Needs more. So let's do our Narcissus. Come on, come on. So quiet. Are you mesmerized?
I am. I'm mesmerized.
Yes, I do grow very pretty flowers.
Joanne says
And they
she's-
live for a long time. Daisies for Daisy, yes.
Joanne says she's back from feeding the 5,000.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Yes, you do. Beautiful flowers.
Okay. Shove that in there. Okay, so again, like I said, I'm not trying to get it to look like an arrangement. I'm trying to make it look like a potted plant. Okay. So I think that's the problem, is that one is way too tall. So let's trim that down. Let go. Let go. Okay. Let's try that again. Okay. There, that's better. Okay. So we have that. We have Kay's favorite moss. I watched her on a live and she shared that Spanish moss is not her favorite substance to work with. Mine either. Okay, so I'm just going to stick some of this in there so it kind of looks a little more realistic, even though the flowers are plastic.
I think if you were to put some weight in the bottom,
Yeah.
and rocks in the bottom, it would help. But this is just a demonstration anyway.
Just kind of give you an idea of what it can look like. And I have moss all over. Okay, so what do we think?
What
I have
do
my
you
little
think?
potted, does it look like a potted plant?
Joanne says it looks good.
Thank you. I have some wooden tulips.
Wooden tulips
Wooden
from
tulips.
Brandy.
Joanne used to have wooden tulips all in her planter out.
Well, that's
In front of
what she
her
had.
house.
How many neighbor kids tromping through?
Okay. Okay, so that is our project for tonight. Again, using our Life in Full Bloom transfer. We used 2 of them. We kind of split it up. We had just the words, just the floral, and then we used another one that just says grow. And I could put a real plant in here. I do think if I had done this with chalk, because clay, it will seep, water will seep through. I think that would have just been a really bad idea to have done it with just the chalk paste. But because I'm using ink, it should be fine. It should be permanent. It should not rub off or anything. So again, I will heat set this probably tomorrow morning. I want to make sure that ink is really dry before I stick it in the oven. And this, I will give it a spray of clear spray to protect it, make it a little more waterproof. Okay, so that is our project for tonight. You've heard me yammer on about club. This is a great time to join the club. Somebody mentioned they got their happy mail. Yay! My club members, and this month I included my designers, they all got a little packet of happy mail to help them embellish their February transfer, Take the Long Way Home. It was bicycle themed things, embellishments. So, and I'm hoping the little wooden bicycles made it to you in one piece. I've already heard from one person whose bicycles did not survive the journey. So if yours didn't make it, I'm so sorry. If I had added more padding or stability into the envelope, I wouldn't have been able to mail it with just a stamp. So I was trying to keep the cost down so that I can keep doing this. Anyway, so I am working on spoiling my club members. So be thinking of how you can use those embellishments. We'll maybe try a few things when we do our craft party on February 26th, a week from tomorrow. Is that right? So club members and my designers are invited to my craft party. So get yourself as a member of the club, type club if you don't know what it's all about and you want more information, or reach out to me and say, hey, Robin, tell me more about club, and I'll be glad to get back with you. Okay, mine did not. Oh, you ordered some, so you have plenty. You say I'd send you more, but I don't have a ton more, and I don't imagine they would fare any better the second time. I need to be sprayed with clear spray to preserve me. That's a thought. That's a thought. So Joanne's gonna get sprayed with clear spray, and Kay is gonna get wrapped in bubble wrap, and feed some to your next door horses.
The moss.
Oh, the moss. We could.
Cheryl said that when she was a girl, she used to feed her horse
Spanish moss, really? Do they like it? Were you supposed to, or did you just do it? Oh, you used to climb. Oh, gather it. You actually like got the real stuff, like mistletoe. Okay, so that was tonight's project. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you join us again tomorrow night.
Hopefully we'll get this stuff worked out.
Yep, we will probably spend a little bit of time. You have music, so we'll continuously be working on the lights so we don't have so many shadows and we don't glare you out. But anyway, let me pose with my, oh, I keep touching that and it's not dry. Okay, how am I going to do this? Okay. Okay, some little spring decor, whether you use it for real plants or not, that's completely up to you. And that's it. I hope you are able to do something creative every day, and today is not over yet. So if you haven't already done something creative, you better get to getting before you go to bed. Anyway, have a great rest of your evening and have a great weekend. And we will see you hopefully tomorrow night. And I think that's it. So bye-bye. Nice talking with you.